What's up, everyone? John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here, back with another episode of Ask the Buffalo. This is when you get to ask me any question you want. You can ask your question one of two ways. We'll put up a post on Techno Buffalo where you can leave your question in the comments, or you can send them to Twitter with the hashtag @TheBee, and I will answer them. These questions are not screened beforehand. My answers are coming right off the top of my head, so if you see me glance on over to my right, it's because I am reading them. So let's go ahead and get started. The first question comes from Dan Cisnacki from the website. Do you think the iPhone 4 is most likely going to have 4G? Dan, I can tell you that I hope so. So we're looking at now two separate carriers, at least in the US, AT&T and Verizon, running on two different main frequencies. So AT&T will have an LTE network. They currently don't. They're calling their HSPA Plus network 4G. Verizon, on the other hand, has a 4G network using LTE, but they don't have an HSPA Plus network. So if they were to make the iPhone 4 4G, it would have to support both of those. You could say it would have LTE, and then AT&T just wouldn't support it yet until it got launched. I think it's going to get really messy. So unfortunately, my sad answer is that I think the next iPhone will not have 4G. And if you guys have ever used Verizon's 4G network, I've talked about it a ton, it is blazing fast. I would love to have an iPhone on Verizon's 4G LTE network. That would make me quite the happy panda. Alright, so let's go to the next question. This is also from the website from Skytan97. How many staffs does Techno Buffalo have? If I answer that, I'm going to answer it with something dirty. So I'm just going to skip that one. Okay, so let's go over to Twitter using the hashtag AskTheBee. This one comes from Xiao Croy. At John4Lakers, I'm looking to buy a tablet. How do I know which one is right for me? There are some awesome tablets on the market. At least for the ones that I've gotten my hands on, there are two that really stand out as fantastic and full-featured. If you sway towards Apple or you've had your heart set on an iPad, the iPad 2 is a wonderful choice. If you perhaps go the Google Android route, I can't recommend the Asus Transformer enough. I put those two head-to-head in the Transformer 1. It is a wonderful Android tablet. It works well, it's fast, it's got the Tegra 2 chip in it, it's got a beautiful IPS screen. You will not be disappointed. I'm hard-pressed right now to recommend the Playbook. Its lack of a native email application without using some sort of BlackBerry bridge is a huge detriment. Once the Playbook has those key features like a calendar and an email application, the Playbook would be a great third choice. Noah had a chance to take a look at the Tab 10.1 at Google I/O and seems to be very fond of it. We're going to hold off though on recommending it until Noah gets to put it through the full paces. So those would be my answer for that question. The next question comes from John Fleming on the website. BlackBerry or iPhone? P.S. Do you think that BBM will ever be on any device other than BlackBerries? Well, before the iPhone came out in 2007, I was a pretty big BlackBerry enthusiast and loyalist. I had the Curves that I was using before the first iPhone. I had, I even forgot the model number on it. It was the gray one with the big scrolly wheel on the side. I loved that one. I had the old school BlackBerry that wasn't even in color. Again, I really liked having BlackBerries, and the operating system, however, just hasn't advanced as fast as Android, as fast as WebOS, and as fast as iOS. I need a modern browser that works well, and what RIM has put out on the Torch and on the Storm devices just can't keep up in my mind. Well, it does now kind of render real web pages. I think they've been a little bit left in the dust. So I would recommend, that question if you're asking iPhone or BlackBerry, the answer would be iPhone. The broader answer would be Android or iPhone would be two fantastic choices to check out. So hopefully that helps. BBM, which is BlackBerry's messaging service, will it make it to other devices? The answer is probably, but I don't have any sort of insider business on that. Alright, so let's go to another question. This one's from Will Hicks. This is from the website. What do you think about the future of Honeycomb and Android? Do you think everything Android related announced at Google I/O was good for the future of the platform? Well, Honeycomb will be, superseded by Ice Cream Sandwich, which is going to take over and unify the Android platform, or at least try to. So Honeycomb is sort of a step in between. I think that we've seen Honeycomb 3.1 coming out to Zoom tablets. We'll see it come out to the rest of the current Honeycomb tablets. And then it'll all be about Ice Cream, and the big debate's going to be, when is my Honeycomb tablet going to get updated to Ice Cream? It's not getting updated. It's not getting updated. They're going to want to make you buy a new tablet. That's the nature of tech, unfortunately. So it's annoying. If you really want to get your hands on some Ice Cream tablets, your best bet's probably going to wait until the holidays of this year. All right, let's take a few more questions. Let's go to Josh. This is also from the website. Hey, John, do you think the 3DS will catch on and sell as much as the DS? Also, do you think the NGP, which is Sony's next generation portable, or PSP2 will outshine and make people forget about the 3DS? You guys have heard me talk about the 3DS quite a bit. I love that it's in the marketplace. I love that it exists and people can play stereoscopic 3D, which is 3D without glasses. For me, it killed my eyes. After 15 minutes of using it, I felt like I'd been staring at a computer monitor for like 8 to 10 hours. You know, when your eyes just feel tired and buggy, like they're gonna fall out of your head on the floor and then roll down the stairs. That's how I felt using the 3DS. I think it's novel. I think that people are attracted to 3D technology right now. I do not think it's going to outsell the DS line and all the DS Lite and XLs throughout the course of its lifespan. Unfortunately, I think people are going to see the 3D as a bit of a gimmick on it. I could be way wrong on that, and maybe I'm just not the target demographic part, which is very true. I am more interested in Sony's NGP, Next Generation Portable. That thing is such a graphics powerhouse. I think that the hardcore gamer is going to be attracted to the NGP, and the folks that want to play a fun Mario game that's going to have a nice replay value are going to want to go to the 3DS. It's kind of been Nintendo's bread and butter. All right, so let's take a question from Twitter. When do you think iOS 5 will be released? From Super Gigaman. Good question. I think we'll see it at WWDC, which is the Worldwide Developers Conference. Not what would David Cameron do? Nope, I think we'll see it at June. I don't think we're going to see it out until the next iPhone, the iPhone 5, which probably won't be coming out until September. So developer preview for a few months. So September is when you'll probably be able to get it on your phone, and that's a phone. This one is from Tyler G, and this is on the website. I'd be interested in seeing a video or article comparing Intel and AMD. I know it's good in terms of Intel, but I'm lost when it comes to AMD. It's like the metric system to me. Maybe do a compare and contrast as well as a side-by-side, like Core i7 and AMD's. That's a great point to bring up, Tyler. Thank you. We will look into it and get it out there. There's a lot of competing chip manufacturers, AMD and Intel, so we will do our best to do that for you. All right, so let me go ahead and answer a few more questions. This one's from Domenico Lamberti. I don't know if you're Italian, but I'm saying it with an Italian accent. That's also from the website. Would you buy a Chromebook, Chromebox, or any type of Chrome OS-based machine? My answer, personally, and you said, would you? No, I wouldn't buy it. I don't. It's tough. I need to see it, I guess, more in person. I've played with the Chrome OS a little bit. I want to see how it works on final spec hardware. The idea of having everything be online is a little bit odd for me. If you lose internet connection, it's hard to sort of access stuff. You have local file storage, but not much. And that's really the big drawback. I think it's great for consuming media, much like a tablet, but I'm a bit dubious when it comes to media creation. I know it's got support for all the Google Docs and all that business, but I'm skeptical. I could be wrong, though, once I get my hands on it. And I always say one more, but let's try one more. And this is the iTunes Pimp from Twitter. Where do you get information for your vlogs and such? Not specific sources, but generally. A lot of the information that I get comes from just being a super nerd. I read about every sort of electronic out there. I did before I started doing videos, and I still do it. It's my love and passion. But, for example, when a new phone comes out, so we just unboxed the Xperia Arc, I generally know the specs of it. You know, I remembered that it had a 4.2-inch screen. I remembered the resolution was a bit higher than QVGA. I didn't remember exactly what it was. I knew it had the gigahertz processor in it, 8-megapixel camera, and the smile recognition, which I remember from CES. But I don't, the full spec business that I go and I read when I do like my unboxing and reviews, generally I get from the manufacturer's website, and I'll read it just to make sure that I remember them all, and I'll put some notes down next to me. Actually, here are the notes that I did for the Xperia Arc when I filmed it. Not much, you can see it's just sort of a little recap on what I said. Generally, I don't need to refer to them when I'm doing it. Almost all of my videos are filmed without any sort of notes, but when it comes to like hard specs that I can super easily mess up, that I'll write down. But 99% of the stuff I say in my videos are just sort of vomiting out of my mouth. So hopefully that helps answer your questions. We'll be doing Ask the Buffalo much more regularly. I love to sit and talk to you guys. It's fun. And I don't know, I like to answer questions. I hope you guys like them too. Be sure to check out the website for the next Ask the Buffalo installment, or you can keep sending your questions with the hashtag AskTheBee. You can send it to either me at John4Lakers, or you can send it to @TechnoBuffalo, as long as you use hashtag AskTheBee. That's B as in boy, Bravo. Why can't I not think of any more B words? B, Bravo, Benjamin, Button, Brave, Ballyhooed, Baller. I'll see you in the next video.